Hey Taurus, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I'm going to pull some cards for you guys. Just a little clearing. Today is January 30th, 2020. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus. It's as well for the feminine's Mars in Taurus and the masculine's Venus. And this is for the first part of February, so I do these twice a month, so they'll always be for the first half and the second half of the month. I don't like to specify dates, though, because we don't look for specific outcomes. It's really more about developing the energies of today and where you'd like to take those energies. Because you always can choose the energy to change depending on the situation that you're in. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn for Taurus today? Take a deep breath. Taurus. Okay. It feels pretty light compared to some of the other reads. Let's see. The first one out is the Seven of Swords. The challenge is the Ace of Wands reversed. The foundation is the Five of Wands. The recent past for you is the Three of Pentacles reversed. And what's crowning you, or the now moment, is the Fool reversed. What's coming up soon is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And how do you see yourself, Taurus, today? As the Eight of Swords. So what's around you, or how might other people see you? We have the Judgment card reversed. What are the blocks that you need to work on? The Nine of Cups. This has been popular today. This came up for, we just did Aries. Came up for Aries, I think in the header, the now moment. And then it came up for I can't remember which was which. Somebody had it right in the middle of the read. And somebody had it, I can't remember. But you can watch the ones I've done today. It's definitely come up at least 2 other times, both times upright. So coming into the end there, you have the World reversed. And then I do a little bit of a hangman thing here. So this is connecting to whatever's left in limbo at the end of this read, which is the Queen of Cups here. And then what's left in limbo is the Page of Swords reversed. And you will get another card, but that won't come until the end. And you may get more than one card depending on what that card is. And then we have the bottom of the deck, the Two of Swords reversed. And I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory on what's been going on before we start. Again, this is for Taurus. Okay. Taurus, you got a lot of backstory to talk about. All right. I don't know if I can hold all these cards up at the same time, but okay. So you can see there's a lot of cards here. Let me just put this light up a little bit so it's not in the way there. So you have, this is the three, these are all reversed, which is why I brought them all out. This is the Three of Wands reversed, and then we have the Page of Wands reversed. Then we have the Five of Swords reversed, the Ten of Wands reversed, the Four of Wands reversed, and the Hierophant reversed, and the Ten of Pentacles reversed here. The Six of Cups is up right there, and then we have the Two of Swords reversed. All right, so it's a lot about the past and frustrations, feeling uninspired, the end of a war, maybe some PTSD, some looting going on after the war, and then the Ten of Wands reverse, which is confessing or dropping your burdens or responsibilities, or moving from your home, or that could be ending a marriage, or going to visit a friend, or friends coming to stay with you. And then literally the Hierophant reverse, which again can be a divorce, also can just be Taurus energy negative or reversed, breaking contracts, or just spirituality in general, in alternative and belief, that kind of thing, thinking outside the box. But the Ten of Pentacles is reversed, so it could be losing a family, losing a home and family, so it definitely could be a split. But it could be mixed up with a business as well, because we have the Ten of Pentacles, which can represent a business or a legacy as well. But it could have to do with losing money, losing an inheritance perhaps. But as far as the Six of Cups, the Six of Cups are children, or that can be soulmates, are really good energy, because there's clarity here, finally. So there may be a lot of negative past here, but in a sense it's good now, because at least you have clarity on the situation. You know what you're dealing with. So we'll be clarifying everything, as well as getting some oracle cards pulled for you at the end. So we'll get to the bottom of what's going on here. So above that, the clarification of the Two of Swords, which can mean you have new information in, which kind of knocks you off balance, because now you have the information to make the decision, but you haven't made the decision yet in order to balance yourself out again. So we have the Three of Pentacles above that, which has to do with work issues, or perhaps a third party, or third-party interference at work. So that can be all sorts of different situations. But you have clarity on the situation at work now, no matter what kind of issues it is, or it might be that you want to leave because you're not getting along with people at work. The foundation there is the Five of Wands here. So that can very much have to do with conflict, fighting, competition at work, or knowing what you're dealing with now as far as competition, if you're competing for a job, perhaps. The central energy is that Seven of Swords. You may be feeling like that. You have the Swords energy here as the way you see yourself. So you're definitely relating yourself to that energy. So you may feel like you're stealing, or you're cheating, or you're sneaking out. Maybe you want to ghost somebody. But that card can be as simple as you running out for ice cream. So it can be something very simple, or it can be something very severe, because that can be the liar, cheater, thief energy. And it can just be running away from your issues. It could be stealing, like it's after the war. After the war, people loot, right? When they're confused and they don't know which way to go, or there's fights between couples, and they sneak in and take things from each other. So there's definitely conflict there. I mean, sometimes the Five of Wands is just literally sports and things like that. But I'm not getting that with the Five of Swords. The Five of Wands and Five of Swords together are two of the, most aggressive cards in the deck. So we have the challenge is the Ace of Wands reversed, which is frustration, inability to conceive or conceptualize, inability to get aroused, creative blocks, right? Frustrations, temper tantrums, about to, pop your top. And then we have the Fool in your now position reverse, which is, if it was in a positive aspect, for me, that could be, falling in love, but that's not the energy here. It's making a fool of yourself, falling from grace. You could have hurt yourself, but it's just about a lack of faith in yourself, because you wouldn't need to be at war outside yourself if there wasn't a war within yourself, which is creating this foolish behavior. So coming up soon is the Nine of Pentacles reverse, which is either losing money, power, and independence, or feeling powerless in a situation, or wanting to lose your single status because you don't want to be alone, and you feel imprisoned. So let's start clarifying a little bit here. The Two of Swords, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups here. So this could be settling out and unhappy with the settlement, okay? So again, whether it's a business deal or a relationship you're breaking up from, you're not happy with, or you're not satisfied with the information you've been given, even though it's fair, right? Because we have the Six of Pentacles. It is fair, but you're never satisfied, it seems to be, or you're just unhappy with the situation. Or let's see what the Three of Pentacles reversed. The Three of Pentacles reversed, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So this in itself, there's nothing wrong with this. This is about reaping rewards and being a student. You may not want to be a student again. And also, if you go back to school, you're going to, your money will go down, right? So it's about losing a job or losing money while you're going to school, right? If you need extra education to get another job. So maybe you have the information about what you can do, your opportunities if you split from a job or you split from a relationship and now you have to go to a different job or start working and you weren't working before. It's about you figuring out what kind of money you have to do this and what can you live on while you go to school, or you may need that money for a child who's in school. So the foundation here is the Five of Wands. And there we have a split, a lie, or just cutting through the crap of a very painful ending. This can also have to do with back pain and the treatments associated with back pain. And there's definitely conflict, though, there with some kind of betrayal. And the Empress here may be involved there. And that could be a boss, a mother, a wife, a grandmother, an aunt, anyone like that. And these two guys keep, no matter how many times I shuffle, these two guys are staying together. So these were upright only in your read and Aquarius's read. All the other reads, they were reversed. So the Empress and the Magician, I don't know if they're trustworthy because they're not coming up with the nicest energies. Even though they're upright, they may feel entitled to what they do, but I'm not getting the most positive energy there from them. So let's see, but in those cards by themselves, they're very good, right? Because the Empress is empowered and the Magician is empowered as well to being able to manifest. However, a magician does manipulate. So is his intention really sincere there? I'm not sure, because in the other reads too, there was always a little bit of negative energy around them. So the central energy there is the Seven of Swords. So what is the issue here with that? It's like there's a fight and then people running out the door, stealing things from each other. Or it's game night and you're running out for food, like I said, getting ice cream or something else that you forgot. So the Seven of Swords is the Tower reversed and then the Hermit upright. So this could be in the aftermath of some kind of sudden event. This could be good or bad. It doesn't have to be bad. And this is the Hermit coming in to shed light in the aftermath of such events. So like I said, it could be halftime at a game and someone says, oh, you forgot to get the beer, or you forgot the pretzels, or you forgot the ice cream, whatever it is, and someone runs out to get it. So it could be as simple as that if you're watching a game. And I guess we're around the Super Bowl time. I don't even know what day the Super Bowl's on this year. Okay, so definitely some of this energy could deal with the Super Bowl, right? Because there's definitely, a lot of conflict, physical stuff going on. And someone might be mad that they have to be the one to run out because they'll miss highlights or a game or whatever. So the challenge here is the Ace of Wands reversed. Why? Why for Taurus is this a challenge? So we have the Wounded Warrior reversed and the Ten of Cups reversed. So this is about surrendering to the end of an emotional cycle, whether it's family or just emotional fulfillment in general, but surrendering to ending this cycle. There could be some frustration and inability to conceive like what's next for you. So the now moment here is the Fool reversed. Why do we have the Fool reversed for Taurus? And again, that could be someone getting tackled if you're watching football. Okay. All right, so here we have, there's a face-off. They came up together, I think, in the last read. So that would be Aries. What did I do? Yeah, I think that would be Aries. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles in a duel off, right? So they could be fighting, right? So this definitely could be a game. And this is that fast-paced back and forth. Somebody has to be watching a game right here. Pretty funny. But also can be about two friends who are mad at each other and they're fighting literally with each other. Or it could be two men or boys fighting for a girl. Or fighting for position, vying for position. But either way, they're at odds there. But they're both upright, though. So again, it could be, even with basketball or something like that, it could be a toss-up, any kind of sports this would work for sure. Soon coming is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Why? Okay, so we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands. All right, but they're feeling disempowered or losing, possibly losing power, money, and status, or their independence in a twist of fate or a downturn in the market, right? Or just some, maybe their luck is just off, or they could be splitting up, but they're both reconciled about it right now because they're both upright. Or these two want to come together, but don't know how. And this could be issues at work as well, because there's the Three of Pentacles reversed here. So it could be a downturn at work, maybe that there's issues at work and maybe you need to lay somebody off and you don't know how to do that or how to tell somebody. You see yourself as the Eight of Swords, feeling entrapped, or you could literally be in prison, or you're in prison because everyone around you is fighting, or there's powerless people around you, or someone who's constantly nagging at you to get married. Maybe you've been together for a long time. So this is coming up for the Eight of Swords. So coming together, and this could be game night too. If like you're not into the game night, but your partner or somebody in the family always has a bunch of people over for game night, so they have a party, and you're totally not into it. You feel like a prisoner in your own home. And this is about looking back, living in the past, or going back and looking at the jealousy and sincerity, or the refusal of giving or receiving love within this relationship. Okay, so you're feeling trapped, anxiety, fear. You don't like to be in this situation, and it looks, I mean, usually the Three of Cups is something positive, but I think for you, it's because you feel like a prisoner in your own home because you can't even relax because there's always people there partying, you know, or game night, whatever it is. So around you, or how you're seen, is the Judgment card reversed. And that has to do with deliberations or poor judgment, not making an announcement, not heeding the call to action, grieving, whether it's loss, regret, guilt, shame, whatever it is. This is about detoxing a situation or relationship and staying sane while you're doing it. Okay? So someone may be regretting bad decisions they've made, or not having heard the call when they're called to action to do something for themselves. And now, like, the universe is coming in to, like, you know, put the axe down, or you know, force your hand in the situation. But there definitely has been some grief in a deliberation and needing to detox. So there's definitely codependencies, addictions going on here. But the Queen of Pentacles is upright, so she's good and grounded. Or maybe she looks that way, but she's really not, because she's not speaking her truth. She's not telling. She may, if you're the Queen of Pentacles here as Taurus, you're not telling people how you really feel about things. You're just always doing what they want so they won't leave you, or so that's what you think you have to do to make them happy. It's kind of like that. So the blocks that you need to clear has to do with the Nine of Cups, which is getting your wish. It's about happiness. What's your wish? And for you, that may be about ending a relationship, or leaving this home, or going to visit with a friend because you don't like being where you are right at the moment anyway. This is depression, loss of hope, refusing to heal the situation, sitting in a bad relationship. And again, the Nine of Cups can be game night, celebrating, a bunch of guys drinking. Could be girls too, right? Or maybe your partner's out at the bar and you're home alone, and that's not what you want for your relationship. And then you have the Two of Swords reversed again. So here's more clarity for you, but you're not making a decision. You have all the information you need, that you're not happy in the situation, but you're still pretending that you are. You're not speaking up for yourself or changing the situation. So at the end here is the World reversed. So we don't have closure here. There's foolish behavior, but we have the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups here. Maybe somebody helping you to release yourself from those anxieties and fears. Coming together with the Queen of Cups, maybe having a friend nearby to distract you. from whatever you're not enjoying at this moment. Whether it's someone not home or too many people home and partying at your house all the time, needing to close a cycle in your life and not getting closure, and needing to release yourself from that prison and not be foolish, right? So not want to fight with other people. So the Queen of Cups is obviously coming here. She's here and she's here. So in trying to end a cycle, or someone or your world feels like it's upside down, the Queen of Cups comes in to, it's like a soulmate energy, or it can just be a partner. It's like when the partner comes in, it sets you free. You feel better again. The anxiety goes away. So whoever makes you feel like that, that may be the person you're meant to be with. Maybe that's not the person you're actually with right now. And then you have the Page of Swords reversed, which is negative or immature communication. It can be spying. It can be a child who has a really bad mouth. So you could be dealing with children who are misbehaving. Because this Nine of Pentacles can be a child, and this can be a child. They could be two children who are acting up, or they're just upset or sad about a situation. But this one usually that's like a potty mouth, and this one spends too much money. So for the Page of Swords reversed, I'm getting Four of Cups reversed, so wanting to start over in love or whatever they like to do and get back to work. So what are the cards that were coming up for you after this? So first is the Wounded Warrior. Are you a worrier or a warrior? First of all. And you're juggling there. Either you're juggling because you're not telling the truth because you're with someone and you really want to be with somebody else, or you're getting back to work as far as performing in what work you do. You want to do something that you really love, but you're feeling like you're on your last leg. You're still fighting for your old beliefs, your old wounds, and you're feeling like you're struggling through working through these negative emotions while you're around a lot of other people because you don't have any peace to do it. And then you have the Sun reversed, which is feeling drained and sick, or sick and tired of the situation. No sunshine, maybe you need some sun. And then you have the Queen of Wands, which is actually upright, which could be your energy. You have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, so they could be two positive energies in your life, or one of them is you. And then after the Queen of Wands, you have the Death card, which is like a big transformation that's coming in. But the Queen of Wands here in this deck can be a little bit intimidating. And so she could have fire and Scorpio in her chart. So that could be a little intimidating to some people. Let's see here. Why do we have the Wounded Warrior there? Okay, it's about coming clean. So somebody's coming clean in an ending that's been taking forever. And why, perhaps. All right, so spreading the word about why. Let me turn this a little bit so you can see those cards here. And then why the Queen of Wands and the Death card there. For Taurus, why the Queen of Wands and the Death card here? All right, so there's some kind of deception with some kind of justice or any kind of lawsuit proceedings or divorce, some kind of deception going on there, and getting attention for that deception, or leading the way out of it. So some kind of injustice, and then taking the lead, leading the way out of that injustice, like no longer fighting for the injustice to fix it, but just accepting things as they are and allowing the changes to happen, okay? So here's a King of Cups and the Lovers. So we've got a Queen of Cups upright there, so it may be a split between the Queen of Cups upright and the King of Cups reversed. Or those two are coming together, and there's a different combination splitting up. Because the Lovers is upright here, but he may be drained emotionally So if you are the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups is who makes you feel better. But perhaps there needs to be an ending here with the Queen of Wands. And there could be all sorts of scenarios depending on what your energy is. But you're coming up as the Eight of Swords, but also with the Knight of Cups reversed, which can reference the King of Cups reversed as well. But there could be children involved here as well. And the King of Cups there with the Lover, he's got a great affection. It could just be for his work as well. Okay, so I'm going to pull you some oracle cards. At the bottom of the deck, look at that. We got 2 big aces going into this read now for you. This is about, look at that. Amazing energy going into this read. This is about closing the cycle, completing it. All right, so I'm pulling this after we did the read. See the world upside down there, not completed, but it actually is now completed. So you've come full circle, okay, completed a life cycle. The Queen of Swords may be giving you some insight into that, or you may be talking to this person, but she's speaking her truth. And then you have the Sovereign. This could be becoming single or empowering yourself, or someone else helping you become empowered to offer a new passion in exchange for a new life. Okay? And I don't know if this is, it's like offering, you're already all the Pentacles. So you're you, plus you're offering this, and in exchange, you're expecting this new life of contentment. So this is Taurus. And so let's pull your oracle cards because it's going longer than everybody else's reads. I'm trying to keep these under 30 minutes. All right. So for the numerology deck for Taurus, there is an ending here, which I think is good. All right, you have 32, music comes up. So this could be the day the music died. That just came up recently. 32 is the 6 of Wands, taking the lead, getting attention, success, leading the way. Okay, the journey. And this could be the music group Journey, if you like Journey. But either way, and then 32 is a 5 of expansion, and that's the sacral and solar plexus chakras. Your confidence and your sexual energy and your creative energy coming up for you, and then completion. All right, so you're definitely completing a cycle. The day the music died. Okay, leadership comes up. 81 is again completion of the karmic cycle, and again the sacral energies. There's pink in there too, so it could be high heart, compassion needed in the situation. And then for romance angels, for Taurus, what is the energy? What is the advice for Taurus? What do they need to know? Getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other. Your bond deepens. And one more, there's a codependency card too. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, so whatever your codependencies or addictions are, you need to close that. You also have retreat coming up. It's time to disconnect from the world. And the underlying energy there is stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Okay. And from the Kipper deck is the last one. Just a quick card for you here. All right. Taurus. Okay, so what are you doing here? Are you ending a relationship, a business relationship? Are you just hanging out and watching the game? Are you feeling imprisoned? Needing to close a cycle? Getting closure? Expectations, okay? So this is saying let go of the expectations and just stay in your present moment to allow the good to come in, which is 28. 28 is the 2 of Wands, choosing your path. And there's also courthouse or legal stuff implicated here, along with courtship. So there may be some expectations around a relationship, whether it's marriage or leaving a marriage, and because it's a contract, you expected it to last forever, or going into a new relationship, whatever it may be for you. Okay, there may be a privileged lady involved as well. This could be the same, or these could be sisters, could be a mother and daughter as well. And then at the bottom is imprisoned again, which is your card that you see yourself as. So the underlying energy is imprisonment. All right, so if you're a masculine, Taurus especially, you may be thinking of somebody else on a pathway. And there's the main male and his occupation, where there's lover's energy. So he's either in love with his job or his little girl, or somebody who's involved with his work that may be like his inner child. Okay, so that's your read for Taurus. I hope that was helpful. So make sure you drink some water, get some rest, joy, and get your nature, and rise and be loved. Bye, Taurus.